Rich Rising. Rich Rising. Rich Rising. Rich Rising. Yeah. If this ain't the craziest shit that I done heard. Looking for. I know I have. Probably don't. Somebody I know I have. I know I don't. I probably don't. Okay, now I found my debit card, but I know it's somewhere in the house. I know it's somewhere in the house. I know. I know it's in there. Then my husband took his beard. He take his beard comb out of this. I'm about to do something ghetto, y'all. I have to fix this lock. It's so bothersome. It's so bothersome. So bothersome. But anyway, so watch what I do. Uh, I might just stop at Target and give me some hair stuff, but that'll just be too much like early in the morning. Target is open though. So this team in Florida, I just heard this on the radio. It's too early for the mess on the Breakfast Club. So this team in Florida literally gets drunk and slaps her mama with a pork chop. Y'all see my eye? Oh, look, I got bags on one of my eyes today. Like I got a bag up under my eye. Alright, Divine, can you turn that bag into a money bag in front of my eyes? Okay. But I'm gonna stop at Target. Let me stop at Target and get something for my hair. But yeah, so a Florida teen, um, gets drunk under the influence, open-handedly slaps her mother the second time, but the first time she slapped her with a pork chop. Like I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like what is in the air? What is in the alcohol? What is in the fucking shit in Florida? Like what the fuck? Like people hitting their parents and stuff. Now I know like attacking your parents and y'all. I just seen this other story. I didn't just see it, but I seen it yesterday, and it had me. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like they are literally after our children. Like first of all, you shouldn't even be drinking or anything until you 21. I was doing it so that they can go, but they can't even go. You shouldn't even be tweaking. You shouldn't be tweaking at all, but you shouldn't be drinking until you 21. But the thing is like the kids have so much access. Like our the young adults, they have so much access to alcohol, to liquor, to spirits. They have so much access nowadays. Like you can literally get it from the liquor store, you can get it from Walmart, you can get it from like anywhere, right? I was talking to this guy. I was talking to this guy who has a problem. I mean, like he has tweaking, right? He has an addiction, and he was telling me like he didn't want to smoke crack. he had been smoking crack for a long time or whatnot, right? It started off as like him being addicted to prescription. Is this Target? I think this is Target. It started off as him being addicted to like prescription medication, right? And he was saying that, you know, where he lived, there's convenience stores where they sell stuff outside of the convenience stores. And I told him, I said, even though it's convenience stores, I was like, you know, you don't have to go there. You can actually like grocery shop at, you know, Walmart. And I explained to him, I was like, you go to Walmart, and ain't no crackhead, ain't no drug dealers outside of Walmart or outside of these big brand grocery stores and stuff, right? So you kind of just have to change your surrounding. You have to go other places. So, for example, I don't go to my corner store. I don't go to my corner store and buy no type of wine, no type of anything. Even though they have it there, I'll go to a big ass grocery store. I'm not going to a smaller one because, you know, it's just about your mindset, about your mind frame. And knowing that you got to go into a big ass store to buy something, it's going to make you think twice. I'm going to be real honest, it's going to make you think twice. So I was trying to explain to him, and he was like, damn, that actually makes sense because everybody know him at his local convenience store. And so at his local convenience store, they like, oh yeah, here you are. I'm not gonna say his name, but here you go. Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, and da 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 da. I said they're gonna make it sound like they so close to you, so familiar to you, or whatever the case is, so that they can get you to get what you need from them. Them people don't shop there. Them people don't shop at the, like they might buy a little here and there, or whatever the case is, but they don't really shop there. They go to the big brand stores. They the ones that's selling, you know, illegal alcohol to the kids, to the minors. They don't even shop where they, you know, where they hustling at. They don't shop there. And I mean that about the convenience store people too. They don't shop there. They go to look at the stuff that they have in these corner stores and stuff. All of that stuff is bought from like Sam's Club. It's bought from, you know, Walmart, HEB, Kroger's, and shit like that. And then they bring it back to their store. They bring it back to their and they resell it for a higher price. So you have to look at shit. Oh my God. You have to look at shit as, is it really a convenience or is it an inconvenience to keep you stuck in a certain cycle, in a certain trauma, or whatever the case is? They put these fucking stores up on every single fucking corner, and they barely coming to check them and make sure that they are abiding by the law. Barely. The only time that, and I'm about to get a little deeper too, right? Like outside of my corner store, there is a taco man. There's a taco man. There is a there's another abandoned store like where they used to be at. They kind of moved next door. It used to be a gas station, but now the gas station is abandoned. So they do a lot of stuff out of that abandoned gas station or whatnot. But the taco man. Now this the crazy part. When there was another person had came there to set up another food stand. So they had the taco stand already there, which I think that person is related to the convenience store guy, right? Then another person had came to set up like some type of store. That man, they called the police on him. Because they didn't want him over there selling food too. And my thing is like these people know each other. So there's like drug dealers that is paying the convenience store people to be there, to sell to our children, Ooh, this is cute. To sell to our children and to $35. That's crazy. Clothes cost too much. Let's just all be naked. Please, let's just all be naked. So they're selling stuff to our children. to keep them stuck in certain cycles. Because how the fuck did an 18-year-old even get? I came in here for hair stuff. Ooh. How the fuck did an 18-year-old even get alcohol? How did they even get alcohol? And let's just say they got it from their parents. Like, we not beating our kids' asses anymore for um we not beating our kids' asses anymore for getting into the alcohol and shit. We not what we doing? What we doing? I don't even understand. Like, I don't know. This is cute. This is cute. This is like a little hair thing. I do have to have something over my hair at work. That's very cute. It's giving goddess light. So I don't know. I guess we not fucking the kids up no more. But this mama in Florida let her child not slap her one time, but twice. The first time she hit her with a pork chop. The second time she hit her with her open hand. And I'm just like, I'm not sure how she survived after the first slap. This shit cute as fuck too. That's cute as hell. This 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 is what recently pissed me off about Target. I ain't been in here since they first released this. Let me show you. Look at this line. This shit that say unwell. Why the fuck would you walk around with some shit that say unwell? Like, why would you walk around with some shit like this? Like, this is how you get the kids in a depression. They want y'all to take some medicine so fucking well, unwell until further notice. Emotionally unavailable. Like, who would dump him? Who would? This is some hater ass shit. This is some weird ass shit. The whole clothing line. Like, look at that. It's super weird. It's super weird. Look at these hair products. Get the fuck out of here. I can see why people was protesting Target head ass. Alright, this they're retarded. Oh, man. I don't know why I kept retarded thinking it was gonna have something for my hair. Dear mama. That sound cute. Dear mama. Your milk. Oh, they had design essence. That's my shit. Let me see. Let's just get that. This shit look like Coca-Cola. It's like whatever lettering this is, it's like Coca-Cola. That shit $22. Multicultural curls, sunflower oil. Sunflower oil, y'all got me. Pumpkin seed, soybean, and olive. Your hair gotta be wet. I should just stick to what I know. You just stick to what I know. Ooh, honey hydrate. That looks so good. Honey hydrate. I don't see not one single thing in this ingredient that say honey. Not one. Oh, honey. Fruit oil, honey. I'll leave that there. Rose water will probably be wherever face something is. Face stuff for the face is. But anyway. Coconut milk, pineapple curls. For naughty nuts. So, yeah. It's something we got to do better for our children, though, y'all. It's something we have to truly do better for the children. If we don't do better for our kids, they're not gonna do better in life. Ooh, rose water. Yeah, they're not gonna do better. And how can you expect better? Like, what I seen on the internet where the father threw his son a party, and then a couple days later he unalived him in his bed, and then took his quote unquote Hellcat. That shit crazy. That shit so crazy. I'm like, what was the problem? What was the real problem? But it's so crazy that I was looking at that, and there was a couple things that kind of stood out to me. One, the little boy, he looked unhappy, and I seen another video before this where the man was going off about the mother. Um, he was going off about the mother making the kids soft. Like raising soft ass kids or whatever, being too feminine. The mother was too feminine and stuff. That's what he was saying. That the mother was too feminine. Which I don't know her, but what I picked up off of a man saying that a woman is too feminine just means that, she probably was nice. She probably was a little like soft. There was no, like, she was the mom trying to do a father's role too, because the father had been in jail for a minute. He had been in jail for a minute. Now the other thing was too that I was like, I don't understand why you call your son Fat Daddy. I don't understand why anybody will call their child Fat Daddy. That's such a weird nickname for a child. It's such a weird nickname for anybody. Like, Fat Daddy. That it was such a weird nickname. Like, kids get teased nowadays. That's not even a good nickname for no kid. And I was like, maybe I'm missing something or whatever the case is. But I was like, nah, I need to know why they calling this baby Fat Daddy. I want some edge control too, but I don't think I'm about to get no edge control out of Target. I might just be wishing and hoping too hard. Oh, here we go. Edge fixer. Okay. Hair wax stick. That should be no. I don't know. These kids, these parents, these kids and these parents is something else. People letting the game grow their kids up. They letting the internet grow their kids up. And that's where we fucking up at. That's where they fucking up at. Let me not say we. I ain't gonna put myself in there. That's where it's getting fucked up at. So don't be surprised when when something happened on the internet and then your kids come and they take it out on you. You can't be surprised about that. Okay, I think I not as much as I think I can get. I got a paper cut under my nail yesterday. That's so wild. One of these scarves. One of these hair things. Kinda. Kinda. I need to get out of here. That's why I don't go to the department stores. Get lost in the sauce. I don't need one. I need this here gel. That's what I need. Hair gel and Red Bull. Here you go, self-checkout. Ooh. They have one. This is the best kind of Red Bull that I've tasted. Fiji apple ginger. But sugar-free is wild. Let's try it. Contactless pay. All right, continue. Oh, shit. You know what's crazy? I ain't even about to use these edge controls. I ain't even no point in me paying $10 for it. $17. Wait, what's $17? Wait. Back the card. What's $17? What? Excuse me. You can help me? Or I want to take this one off.
Which one you gonna take out?
This one and this one.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. All right, keep that. I'm gonna take this one off.
Okay.
This
Which
one.
one is that?
That one.
The $9.99?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you ready now?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, $9.99. I was like, I ain't even about to use it. Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. These people's space. Should give me a frappe. Should I give me a frappe? Goddamn. Make tamale. Peachy, how are you? Yeah, hold on a second. Let me look on TikTok for my drink.
Anything else for you today?
That's it.
I think we're doing something.
Alexis. Okay, thank you. But yeah. Y'all crazy. Y'all so crazy. Like, why y'all want to put all that on my page? What are y'all doing to help these families? What are y'all doing to help these families? I don't care about all that. These kids that's buying alcohol underage. What are y'all actively doing to stop that? It's so crazy. Like, where I work at, we actually have kids there. And I really, some people, they be saying all types of shit about the kids, and they be calling the kids bad and stuff, and they be saying all types of stuff. But like, my whole thing is, it's dope as hell. My whole thing is that at least they getting help, at least they getting some form of help. Best friends are better than chocolate. Best friends are better than chocolate. That's good. Yeah, we gonna do some love magic. We gonna do some love magic. Not just on ourselves, on other people too. For the moms, for the children. We doing it. We doing it. This is so cute. That's so cute. Okay. I'm coming back to Target tomorrow on my halfway off day. I'm gonna set it up. I'm inspired. These are so cute. These little measuring spoons. Thank you. Looks beautiful and delish. Beautiful and delish. I just told my husband I'll go to the gym with him 2 days out the week. He too excited. Ah. Welcome, please remove your shoes. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're coming back to Target. Look how y'all look how lovely this looks. Oh my God. God bless the hands that prepared it and bless the mouths that's about to enjoy it. The mouth. Ice is actually everywhere. All right. Rich Rising, Rich Rising. Target is diabolical with them clothes unwell section. They're absolutely diabolical for that. It's targeting though. Target is targeting. It's targeting a certain community though. Not community, not community. A certain age group. A certain age group. So that's why we have to like talk to our kids. Like I outright be talking to my kids. Like we're not wearing that. Like my son, I remember like he's 16 now, but when XRP below $18 at 1.8. Okay, XRP is below 180. Y'all, XRP is below 180. It was at 194 the other day. I don't look at it all the time, but it was at 194. So 180 is a good price to buy in at. Rich Rising, Rich Rising. Yeah, look at my drink. Look at my drink. Too excited. If someone can guess my age, I will buy them a Starbucks coffee today. Today, like right now, I would send y'all the, you know, if somebody can guess my age, I will buy them a Starbucks coffee. I saw it when I first came on. Look good as fuck. Guess my age. Guess my age and put your cash out. All right. If you can guess my age, you can put your. I actually was gonna say I'm gonna buy you a cat. I'm gonna buy you a coffee anyway today. You don't have to eliminate yourself. Nope. You put it right on there, and I'm gonna buy you a coffee. You automatically win. That just means you pay attention. I was just trying to have a game. Okay, 39. Ah, you win. Let me see your cash app. Let me see your cash app for coffee. You win. You're right. You win. I sent it to you. Go get you a coffee. Okay, but but yes. So when my son was 16 years old, he used to want to wear these like weird type of clothes. I mean, not 16. He is 16, but like a few years ago, he's 16 now. My hands is itching. Ooh, look at that abundance. Ooh, look at that car speeding. Okay, it's McLaren. I'll be. That's why I do. You know, God be like, you know what, bitch, you get the Toyota. You get the Toyota. You a fucking McLaren. You gonna be doing 90 on the highway. That's what Sakai said he was gonna get was a McLaren. He was like, I'm gonna buy you one too, man. He's so cute. So when he was like maybe like 12, 13, 14 and stuff, he wanted to wear like little clothes, like little dark clothes. I was like, no, you can't wear that. You can't wear that. I kept my kids like in bright colors, like bright colors. My hands just started itching. My right hand just started itching. I'm rubbing them together like Birdman. Yes, yes. So we have some things coming up. Look, we have some things coming up. I'm gonna do a love ritual. I'm going to do a love ritual. I'm gonna do 3 different love rituals though. This sounds crazy, but I'm gonna do 3 different love rituals. I'm going to do the single man, single woman love ritual, and then I'm going to do the soul connector when they slap who slapped their mama with a pork chop. Oh my goodness, this girl in Florida, this teenager in Florida. And then the third love ritual we are going to do is going to be for our children. It's going to be for our children. All right. So y'all expect that ritual to be 3 hours long. 3 hours long. And I'm gonna I'm gonna tap into. I'm gonna see what I have in my journals already. Of course, I have love rituals in my journals because I'm in love. And when you're in love, you can produce love work, um, successful love work. When you love yourself, when you love somebody else, when you love your children, when you know that they love you back, you can produce real love. You know, it's gonna give you that authentic type of stuff. When do we begin? I'm gonna put everything on the community tab. Like if you're single, if you're in a relationship, or if you have children. Now, if you have children and you're single, you can do both rituals. If you have children and you're in a relationship, I suggest y'all do both rituals. Do 2 rituals. If you just want to do something for your kids, like I just want to, I'm not interested in all of that other stuff, whatever, do both rituals, do 2 rituals, so everybody will be doing at least 2 rituals. Single with kids, oh well, if you don't have kids, you don't have to do the kid ritual, right? You don't have to do the kid ritual. But this is actually, I'm gonna put all of the things that we would need in the community tab, all of the things that we would need in the community tab. All right. um and I'm gonna give you guys a few different options or whatnot. When it comes to like love work, I gotta go get some candles. I gotta go get these candles. I'm gonna go get these One Pacific candles that I know is bomb.com. I burnt them during the week of um like getting married that week, I burnt them. Me and my husband, we did rituals like all of that week, our ceremony, all of the week following up into our ceremony, and then um one day after we got married. And I love that man, dog. I love him. He's so funny. He is so funny. And he actually was the one that was like, we don't have anything to do before we get married. I'm like, actually we do. And so we went to where we got married. We got married at our house. We got married at our house in front of our ancestor altar, since we both had parents that couldn't be with us. And I ain't want to really set up no altar inside of a temple or anything like that. And we have a plan for our renewal, like when we renew our vows, we're going somewhere. We don't have a destination wedding, but since both of us have like what we want our wedding to be like, it was no point in like settling. We don't settle. We don't settle. We just save. And when we have our destination wedding, we want to be able to cover certain people's flight and hotel and shit like that. Like, we don't want nobody worrying about how they gonna get there, if their kids can come, where they gonna stay, what they gonna eat. Like, we ain't trying to have it like that. And I'm gonna be honest, like, we ain't even we not even balling like that yet. We're not balling like that yet to cover everybody's flight, hotel. What song is that? Um, we're not even balling like that to cover everybody's flight, hotel, travel, and all that stuff. Them being off of work and shit like that. Like, that's the type of shit that we think about. So we have a plan, and we're actively working on our plans and our dreams and our goals. And ain't nobody gonna fuck that shit up. Like, we have a plan. We got a plan and a savings account. So yeah. And we have a list, and people get striked and added to that list every day. I love my husband. I love my husband. When he get into it with his brother, he be like, "Nigga, you not invited to my wedding." I mean, his brother be like, "You already fucking married." He be like, "But still, you ain't invited to my wedding." I'm like, "You are so silly." He is so silly. They get into it. They be getting into it over the dumbest shit. Like, the dumbest shit. Me and my sister, we don't get into it. We just give each other space over the retarded shit too, though. But it's alright. I don't get into it with none of my sisters because I be right all the time. I be right. So, but yeah. So this girl, change the subject. Claire, this young teen in Florida, a white girl. Now, I gotta say she white. Okay, I heard on the Breakfast Club this morning, and I looked it up too. It's so stupid. So this white teen out of Florida, she was 18, a girl 18 years old, been charged with assault and battery towards her mom because she got drunk. She got drunk and she slapped her mom. She slapped her mom with a pork chop first, and then she slapped her with an open hand. While the mom's friend was recording what happened. That's the other thing. The mom's friend was recording what happened. I didn't understand that. Like, if this was, and I'm not like being racist or anything, y'all. I'm not being racist, but I'm gonna be real truthful. Ain't no fucking way one of my friends is about to sit there and let my kids hit on me, abuse me, like hit me. Now, my kids, my friends, they don't get my kids don't talk rude, but let's just say that they were talking to me, in a way that another adult would not agree. Nobody intertwines into the talking. Nobody intervenes. I say intertwine. Intertwined is a different word. Nobody intervenes into. She hit her because she was drunk, like just easy. Like she was drunk. It ain't no other. She was under the influence. It ain't no other reason to hit your mama. The spirit of alcohol. The spirit of alcohol to have you hurt. It wants to separate you. This is what I was talking about in the reading about Tyrone Davis yesterday. Is that the spirit of alcohol? It wants to separate you from the people that love you. It's a separating. It's a if you want to break somebody up, just give them, like, if you want to break a couple up or you want to break a family up, just put alcohol in the midst of it. Like, it's a separator. That's how the spirit gets people. That's how the spirit gets people. And I learned that by doing mantras, like certain mantras and stuff. Because I used to drink. I used to drink like alcohol. Now I don't drink alcohol for real. And when I say for real, like, it has to be like a real social event, and I have to trust 95% of the people that I'm around. Like, I have to trust you on my sober thing, because um my mind get to doing things when I'm under any type of influence. My mind get to talking to me beyond levels that is capable for other people to understand. And so I fuck around and slap somebody with a pork chop my motherfucking self. You hear what I'm saying? But not my mama. Like, not my mama. I actually started hearing other people's thoughts. Like, the last time that I had some alcohol, um, and this is so crazy that, like, alcohol, drugs, all of that stuff, it actually, if you ever want to really tap into your spiritual gifts, and this is just me. This is just me and what I have experienced. I don't know about anybody else, but, like, if I was trying to, like, be a true, if I was worried about, man, authenticity. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, I could hear other people's thoughts when I'm under the influence. She said, they said, did it have too much seasoning on it? Why the pork chop, though? They was eating the pork chop. They was eating. I guess they was eating. The mom had cooked, nah. The mom had cooked the pork chops. They was eating. They was having dinner. See, it's not about what you asking, right? It's not about what you asking. It's about the understanding of something. Why was she under the influence at the time that it's time to eat? Why was she under the influence? And had not hit her mother, with this had came out. You know, had the little girl had not put her hands on her mama, with this had came out. Bitcoin below 85,000. Y'all get y'all some Bitcoin. I know it's high. I know it's high as hell, and people think that they gonna dump it, but Bitcoin's so locked in. Bitcoin going to $120. I mean, I said 120,000. They can't control it. It's some things in life you just can't control, and Bitcoin is one of them. I've been having Bitcoin since I worked at Walmart, and I worked at Walmart. Sire was one, so 15 years. I've been having Bitcoin for 15 years. Like, my son, I worked at Walmart, and Walmart used to offer their employees stock. And Bitcoin was one of the things that we were able to purchase and stock in Walmart. So I have stock in Walmart that I always kept in Bitcoin. So since 2010 or 11, 2010 or 11 was when and it was just something that used to come out my paycheck. I ain't know nothing about it. And then one day, like maybe like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I get a letter and it said that you still have investments. Did you forget about them? And I'm like, investments, and it was like something from Walmart, and I'm like, wow, like I guess they had finally found out where I lived at, even though I always lived in the same spot. Not since I had Sire, but I always lived in the same area. But yeah, get y'all some stock. It's really good. But anyway, back to these alcohol amongst our families, right? So my thing is, had she had not hit her mom, would the mom still had said something about her drinking? And this couldn't have been her first time having a drink. I don't know about that, but I'm not saying food stamps is low vibrational, but it is when people abuse it. Everybody don't need that type of help. It's a mantra for that. Instead of applying for food stamps, like apply for a job that pays more money, so the government don't have to be in your business. The divine play did not include food stamps for everybody, and I use the word everybody. If you need it, you need it. If you got it, you got it. But it's a step. It's a step. It's a way to remove yourself up off of those government assistance. Like, everybody shouldn't be in your business. So I'm not shaming nobody getting no damn food stamps, okay? But at some point you start asking God for certain things in your life, you're not gonna be able to get fucking food stamps. They're gonna be like, nah, you making too much money. Don't get mad. Be like, you know what? Thank you, God, for moving me out of poverty. And there's nothing wrong with poverty, but it's something wrong with it when you abuse it and when you just want to stay there. Like, you just want to stay there just because it's some free shit. Everything free ain't good. Everything free is not good. They gonna start saying, they gonna start telling y'all like, shit, y'all get food stamps, you can't get a tax return. I bet you a lot of people get the fuck up off food stamps then. And be like, but this is my taxes. They gonna be like, you know what? We gonna make your checks tax free. Now you get your whole fucking. If you get food stamps, you should have a tax free check, right? And then eventually, slowly but surely, when you go to renew, you gotta get off of food stamps because now you got your whole fucking check, right? You got your whole fucking check. You should only have to pay. You should only have to pay like taxes if you on Medicaid. Like, you should only have to pay taxes if you get Medicaid, if your kids get Medicaid, or you're on Medicare. You should have to pay taxes because that goes to that big overall thing. It should be a discount on healthcare, or healthcare should be free. But this is the United States, so like I know y'all looking at other countries, but ain't no other country as abundant as the United States. Like I'm just being honest. There's no other country in this fucking world, no other country as free and abundant as the United States. I don't give a fuck how many rich people is over there in Italy, Middle East, and all that stuff. They're not free. They're not free like us. We are free to practice whatever religion we want to wear whatever the fuck we want to wear, to talk however the fuck we want to talk, to go wherever we want to go for real. We're free. We are naturally free. I fucking love the United States. I wouldn't trade this shit for nothing in the world right now. Now, next time, God, you could put me somewhere else, but I asked for unconditional love and complete freedom. In my past life, that's what I asked for. I asked for unconditional love and complete freedom. And God was like, the only way that I could give you that is by putting you into the United States. I used to ask this question on live a lot. I used to be like, I be trying to figure out, why am I born in the United States? And then I started doing past life regressions right now in Save. Okay. I started doing past life regressions and I started listening to my old prayers. I started seeing myself in devotion and I started seeing myself in certain relationships where I wasn't necessarily free. It was one past life where I was married to someone that I could not tell whether I was the woman or I was the man, but I knew that my parents controlled the relationship. I couldn't tell whether I was the woman or the male, but I knew that my parents controlled the relationship. And it almost felt like it was an arranged marriage or something. And there was no love there. There was just like pure devotion. Like pure what is it called? Like responsibility. And so when I was born this lifetime, I'm listening to my prayers over there, and I was like, I just want unconditional love and complete freedom. And I met in that lifetime, I actually met a lot of people that was not in arranged marriages or anything like that. I met people that I had a lot of contacts. So, but I just also had a lot of respect for my family. My family was very powerful, but I myself was made to marry somebody, marry into another family that was also as equally powerful. And it was no love. It was only loyalty. It was no love, but only loyalty. And just because you're loyal to someone doesn't mean that you love them. And just because somebody loves you doesn't mean that they loyal to you. And I experienced that in that lifetime. And now it makes sense where I always say, like, unconditional love and complete fucking freedom. For me, for my husband, for my children, all of that. Y'all got the freedom to practice and eat and do whatever it is that y'all gonna do. Now, I'm gonna tell you what you should and what you shouldn't be doing, but it's your life. It's your life. And I'm gonna give you unconditional love regardless of whatever you choose to do. And I do that with my people as well too. Y'all wanna eat, whatever y'all wanna eat. I don't judge y'all. Y'all wanna drink or y'all wanna smoke or y'all wanna do whatever y'all wanna do. I don't judge y'all. I absolutely don't judge y'all. And I had to get to that point where I was never judging nobody for real anyway. Like I was just naive when I was younger talking shit, right? But like I was never judging anybody for anything that they did, and God actually took me through all things. All things took me through all things. At the age of 18, yes, I graduated from high school. Yes, I went to college. Yes, I got up and went to work every day that I can. I used to work under the table. I used to work under the table before I could actually work at a clothing store, Simply Fashion, y'all. But I got up and I went to work. I made money. But when I turned 18, no, I wasn't 18. I probably was 20. Right before I had, Sakai, before I had this scar on my face, I dibbled in the strip club and I was like, I don't really want to dance in Detroit. Let me not do that, right? So I went to being a CNA. I went to working at a hotel, working 2, 3 jobs at a time just to get out of Detroit. Then when I got down here, I got married. I became a wife. My husband cheated on me. I left him because I don't tolerate cheating. That's not unconditional love. That's not unconditional love. That's not respect. And it just wasn't love and it wasn't freedom. I felt as if like I was holding him back. And so I was like, you know what? You want to be with somebody else. I'm going to let you be with somebody else. Like, don't try to hold me in this relationship or anything like that. Y'all, my big bro is having a baby. I'm too excited. I gotta watch it, dog. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. I don't know who watching me on here. I gotta watch it. He told me not to tell nobody, but big bro, I'm gonna be your auntie. I'm gonna be your auntie. I'm too excited, y'all. Y'all don't even understand that spell work, okay? All right. That just means that it has broken. It has completely broken and healed. Whatever it is that we did to each other to keep each other trapped, it has completely broken and healed. I really felt that. I predicted it too for him. I called him a couple weeks ago and told him. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So, all right. Look, let's put the custard in here. Ooh, this smells good. So,
Yeah, like I could tell y'all my whole life story, and I'm sure that someone else has the same type of story. They went through the same type of thing. So I was married. After I was married, I experienced somebody trying to take my children away from me. Okay, take my children away from me, and God told me start waking up, do something about it, right? So I thought, oh well, the way to do something about it is to make some fast money. So I'm gonna go to the club. I'm gonna be a dancer. Yes, I went to the club. Yes, I was a dancer. Yes, I worked at Kroger's and I worked at a bank. Like all this shit that I did to get some money to get my life back. But while I was at the club, I was unhappy. I was drinking every day. I was drinking every day except Sunday. Every day except Sunday. I was in church every Sunday. Every Sunday. And when I realized that I wasn't supposed to be in that church, one day I had fell asleep in church. And I was like, I really think this church is guiding me. Like I'm hearing things that I don't want to do, right? I felt like they was guiding me to do stuff. And I just asked God for a sign one day while I was at church. I used to go to the bridge off of Highway 6 down here in Bel Air. And I asked for a sign. And I had fell asleep in church, morning service. And when I woke up, y'all, this sounds so crazy, but this is like the funniest story ever. When I woke up, the pastor was saying, keep stripping. Keep stripping. No matter what is happening in your life, keep stripping. Because the more you strip, the more money you gonna make. And you need that money. You need that. You need that. You need to do this. You need to do that. And God is gonna give it to you. And I kept saying, like, stripping. God is not gonna God don't want me stripping. And me waking up to that part was like, this pastor is trying to guide me the wrong way. This is weird, you know? And so I stopped dancing. I ain't stopped dancing right then and there, but I stopped going to that church, right? And I stopped dancing. I stopped dancing the way that I was dancing, right? And I stopped dancing at the particular club that I was at. I went to a more elegant club. Yes, I said elegant. I went to a more elegant club, a more upgraded club where, you know, like the people didn't have as much access to me. Working at a black club and then working at, you know, a club that puts a screen in between y'all and you simply just gotta dance and entertain somebody for real. It was completely different. It was completely different, y'all. It was completely different. And I started doing that. And the more and more I focused on like my delivery as opposed to my body, and I stopped drinking so much. I was still drinking, but I stopped drinking so much, and I never really smoked weed then either, y'all. I ain't smoked weed until I was well into my 30s. I smoked weed every once in a while, and I couldn't even work. I couldn't. Me and my niece, we would smoke weed, and we'd be like, "Yeah, we about to go in here and smoke weed, and we about to fucking turn this shit out. We will fucking get high and sit our ass right the fuck down and do shit, do nothing." It was so funny. We would do fucking nothing. 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 We ain't getting nothing accomplished. So I was like, yeah, weed ain't for me. But probably was smoking indica. Probably was smoking indica. I realized that I'm a sativa baby. I'm a sativa baby. I need to be moving. I need to be moving. And so, you know, we didn't get nothing accomplished whenever we smoked weed, and everybody around us was, um, you know, selling indica. Indica was the shit, okay? Indica was the shit. So after that, like my life just seemed like I was getting more and more spiritual. Um, and then I met my husband. Then I met my husband. When I met my husband, I was at the tail end of dancing, and I was transitioning more into like the business. I was selling shoes. I had a kiosk at the mall. I had used my money, got a kiosk at the mall, and I was reselling like Nikes, Yeezys, phone posits, and any exclusive shoes that you literally had to go stand in the line for. I was reselling 350 a pop, 350 plus more. 350 to $1,000 on a resale, right? I be at all of the stores. I'm talking to everybody that's in the store. They know me when I show up. Like, oh yeah, she about to get 20 pair. And I was paying people to give me their shoes to stand in line. Paying people cash money on the spot. Show up. They get the shoes, I get them their money, I take my part, and they didn't give a fuck. You know, they like, yeah, I'm about to make some quick money. And any shoes that people wanted, I would, if you work for me, if you work for me, you had the releases. You had the releases. So you didn't have to like try to snake me, get over on me, take my shoes, take my money. You had that shit. And I was paying kids too. On top of that, to stand in line and get shoes, I was paying kids. So them kids go back to school on Monday. They had all exclusives. All fucking exclusives. They be in high school kids, y'all. I was paying high school kids, not middle school kids. I was paying high school kids that had IDs. Anything, Auntie Robbie gonna get it for you. Auntie Robbie, Auntie Robbie, can you give me these releases? If I get you these releases, can you stand in line? Like, and you could pay box price, and can you stand in line to get 2-3 pairs? The whole Saturday, they whole fucking Saturday, because that's the day that shoes used to be released on. They be spent standing, going store to store, store to store. But I be there had some connect in the back end. They gonna let them buy 2-3 pair. Okay, so and then they changed it up and they started doing the releases on the apps and all that stuff. Yeezy came out, Adidas came out with their app first, and then Nike followed behind they bitch asses. So they kind of cut that out. But like me and my husband, when I met my husband, I think maybe like 2 weeks I was at the club. 2 weeks when I met him. And me and him had talked for a while. We had talked for a while, but he wasn't my man. Like we met in December. He bought a pair of shoes for me in December. I think it was December the 13th. I just remember they was the Gamma 11s. And he bought them for me, from me. He bought them from me. And I told him, I said, when he pulled up on me and shit, I had Sakai and Sire in the back. And he was getting, all right, y'all, my phone had got too hot. But anyway, so I asked him, I'm like, where you getting these shoes from? He was like, actually for like me and my daughter. And I'm like, yeah, right. And so, like a week later, y'all, he was trying to, I thought he was trying to sell me some Jay-Z tickets. I told y'all this story before. I just love it, though. I love this story. I thought he was trying to sell me some Jay-Z tickets. And he was like, no, I want to take you to the concert. Because I was like, how much are they? He was like, I got these Jay-Z tickets. When I got 2 Jay-Z tickets. And he, being cute. And I was like, how much are they? Like, shit, I'm going to take me and my homegirl to see him then. Like, fuck that. You selling Jay-Z tickets? And so he was like, no, I'm trying to take you. I was so skeptical. Listen, I would tell him this Nipsey thing that Nipsey had wrote to Lauren. It was like low key. It was like a nigga like me is always skeptical. That was me. And I told him, I was like, oh, okay. He was like, I seen your birthday coming up. It's like, oh, I liked him. He all on my Instagram stalking and shit. Cause how you know my birthday? That's not what I want to use. I was like, how you know my birthday? But shit, we ended up going to the concert and shit. And after that, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, that was my baby. I would call him before I went to the club. That's why I said I only worked like 2 weeks after that, like, for real. Cause I never had a boyfriend when I was working at the club except one time. And that nigga punched a hole. He wasn't even my boyfriend. He was somebody that wanted to be back with me, and I was about to give him a chance. And the guy that I was saying that jumped out the car, he came at the beginning of me dancing back out here in Houston. Like, he came at the beginning of that. But after he jumped out of my car, like, it was pretty much over and done after that. I was like, oh yeah, this nigga crazy. Like, not only is he crazy, but I was so petty and childish. I was like, he made me miss my friend's birthday. I wasn't thinking like, oh, he depressed or anything like that. I'm just like, this nigga made me miss my friend's birthday. Like, low key, like, he a hating ass nigga. Low key. Shit. And he dangerous. Like, nigga, you about to put me in some shit jumping out my motherfucking car. Like, what if motherfuckers would have been like, I pushed that nigga out the car because of the way that I talk?
He was drunk. He was drunk. He was drinking Four Locos, and somebody had hit his Mustang. And so when I picked him up, shit, he was sitting in the passenger side being dumb. To my, you don't understand. Just kept yelling at me like, you don't understand. You don't understand. And I'm like, it's a fucking car. Like, I never ever in my life like worry about too much stuff. Like if I don't have a car, I'm gonna take the bus. And niggas be real prideful and shit. They be real prideful. I never ever understood like worrying about some shit for real, like for real. And I guess that's why like spirit like let me go through a particular attack, like spiritual attack, where I was worried about something because I always had this every day people die be energy, like every day. Like I never worry about anything. So I guess like I had to go through a certain emotion under the spiritual attack when somebody was trying to take my man. But like I never worry about anything like that. Like I'm not having a big head or anything like that, right? But I know that I have the energy of Matangi, of Balamuki, of Kali Mine, like Pravati, of Durga. Like I know that my Leo sit in the 10th house. So that means that I have like and my Venus is in my 12th house. Like I have hidden beauty, hidden talents. Like even if someone couldn't see me flesh and bone being beautiful, deep down inside, my inside is beautiful. So I'm never without anything. And that includes a man. That includes like love and abundance and acceptance. I'm never without those things. These are my hidden talents, you know? Like, and let's just say I practice Western astrology, right? I have Scorpio in the first house. Like Scorpio sitting in a Aries house, I'm fire as fuck. I'm fire as fuck. I'm a fucking beautiful ass fucking ready to explode ass motherfucking volcano. I'm that clearing like where you like, damn, that's a beautiful ass fire. That's what I am. No, I don't smoke or vape. I don't smoke or vape. I actually like my lips too much to vape. You know, like I never used the vape. I had seen when I first discovered what vapes was, I seen that they was blowing people lips up, and I was like, oh my god, a bitch like me. You know, I have Saturn in the first house as well too. A bitch like me would instantly have some exploding ass fucking lips. Like that'd just be my karma. That'd just be my karma. So anyway, so yeah, y'all. I just anyway, back to the whole point of this thing, because I gotta get off of here and go, do my godly duties and cook. Today I'm making Euro sandwiches. I'm making lamb and chicken Euro sandwiches, and I'm actually gonna fry some potatoes to put on it because I seen a recipe, and then I'm making ham. I'm making ham on flatbread, like some pitas and stuff. So we having a sandwich type of day. Astrology gives you an excuse to act a certain way. Just believe in God. Astrology ain't in the Bible. Astrology absolutely is in the Bible. Right? If you think about the stars that led certain people to do certain things, the floods, the moon being positioned in a certain type of way, astrology is in the Bible. And astrology does not give people an excuse to act a certain way. Western astrology actually puts your personality out there, but Vedic astrology, Jyotish or sidereal astrology, actually kind of helps you guide your life and makes you be able to live a little bit more free, a little bit more clearing, and to do your own, to walk in your own spiritual purpose. It also tells you like what your great debts are. And that's just how I look at it or whatnot. And I do believe in God. Just because you follow astrology or you practice anything, that doesn't mean you don't believe in God. These is like two different things. Astrology is more scientific knowledge, and then God is more like an experience. So it's like God gave us this experience of being born a certain type of way. No, I do not sell videos, but no, I don't sell videos, but the one that just deleted your comment. Astrology is science. Astrology is science. I'm gonna take it that you're not an astronomer, or you're not, you don't work at NASA. Far from it. They say it, far from it. Yeah, you just don't know. You're judgmental, and I'm gonna take it that you probably don't follow God's word either. 100 and fully, which is understandable. Which is understandable. Until you go through certain things, you just don't know. So welcome to Jupiter Occult over here. I am Intuitive Mom. If you guys want to check out anything that's on my page, I suggest that you guys check out my playlist, and clear your own karma. All right, and clear your own karma. So that way you can know what you really adhere to or whatnot. I did just write a community post today, y'all, about going towards certain pathways or whatnot. He Bible speaks about people like them going against your own God. Absolutely, 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 absolutely going against his own God, which is, it's not fine, but that's why people get dragged. That's why they be in their own hell. To come comment on someone else's page about your God or about your Bible, about your views. It's not wrong. It's not wrong, because that's why we on YouTube, but it's just weird. It's weird. It's weird to not know exactly what it is that you're, talking about. Studying stars is science, i.e. astrology. Studying stars is science, i.e. astrology. Believing your personal actions are caused by the stars is not science. I did not say your personal um actions are caused by the stars. I did not say that. You said that it gives people an excuse to act a certain way. You said that. I didn't say that. Because nothing gives people an excuse to act a certain way. Integrity. Integrity over everything. Integrity, integrity, integrity. So I love you guys, and y'all have a wonderful, beautiful day. And Butter Express, make sure you come back. All right, make sure you come back. Don't just come on here and post an opinion. Make sure you subscribe, like, turn the notification bell on, and come back. I would love to chit chat with you at some later time. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you, Mother Anatomy, for being here. Go get your coffee, girl. Okay, go get your coffee. All right. Love you.